Hi, this is Meg, or Strawberry if you prefer, and this is the Goth House. If I looks more familiar now, this is the Goth House, and this is going to be something a little different than what I normally do. Um, you can see it already looks a little bit different, um, and so at this point in the game, Cassandra and Don Lothario are married. Mortimer's already dead. She's inherited the Goth House. And so I wanted it to look different than when Mortimer had it. But I just didn't have enough. I just didn't have enough goth interior design choices. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of a makeover. It's I guess second makeover because it's already had a little one, but it's just I wanted it to give whimsy goth. I really like this wallpaper, but it's not. This is whimsy, but it's not goth. A lot of these are kind of basic, and I feel like Cassandra would be a little bit more on the goth side of things. This one is Alexander's bedroom because he was just kind of banished to the upstairs, so I gave him a proper bedroom. And then this here, yellows, I think I just picked this as a random. It all needs to be more dark and gothic, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we'll get into it. This is probably going to go into a speed build and a voiceover, but just wanted to give you a little explanation on what's happening because it does look different, but it's not reached its final form yet. So I'll see you in a sec. So my plan for this build was completely different when I started it. In my head, Cassandra Goth it's been a couple of years since, well, a few years. I think she's got a child and a baby on the way. So it's been a good few years since Bella has died, and a good few years since Mortimer has died, because I think it was very soon after she had her first baby that he died. So I was like, it's time for her to make the Goth House her own. And for some reason, I think it's because her bedroom in The Sims 4 starts out purple. So in my head, Cassandra is more associated with purple. You can see right here, I'm incorporating purple into the dining room. I think I changed all of that. So I was like, it's gonna be purple and whimsy goth, and she's gonna make it her own space. And then as I was decorating, I was finding less deep purples and more reds to work with, which is normally what traditionally the Goth House is decorated with. It's usually reds and blacks and colours that you would associate Bella and Mortimer with. And so it just kind of turned more into a reimagining of what it used to look like, which I'm not mad at, especially because in my game Cassandra is married to Don Lothario, so I'm like, Bella is haunting the narrative from beyond the grave. I think her disappearance wrecked the town, shook everyone who knew her and was associated with her, and they just can't escape her shadow, which I think I enjoy. I enjoy that she is forever a presence in their lives. For Cassandra, it's her mother that she lost and loved. For Don Lothario, it's a woman he might have had a part in the disappearance of, or a person who he was infatuated with, and that's the reason he married Cassandra. There's layers to it. I think it makes sense that the house would represent Bella's permanence in their heads. So I don't really, I was like, I think it was the dining room kind of led me into it, but then it was really solidified with the living room because I could not think of anything that I wanted to change it to. So I just kept it red. The videos making that wallpaper look more pink, it was more purple. There is like, I have like a brightening filter on it. Oh goodness, I have a brightening filter on it. The whimsy goth one in the hallway that I really wanted to use, but I couldn't find a place for it. So the house is mostly red because see here, I'm trying to find like a nice purpley goth carpet to use. Couldn't find anything, and I was like, there's nothing really wrong with how I've got it now. And I really liked the style of furniture as well. I couldn't find anything that would be similar but just a different colour palette. So I just kept it all red, and I went with those vibes from here. I was toying with the idea of a coffee table. I decided against it. It's just better if there's not a coffee table, so they have more room to walk around. A lot of this was just like moving furniture slightly and redecorating the walls, and that was it. I overhauled, I think the biggest changes I made were the bathrooms. They're very basic right now. I made them all dark black tile. I did download a couple of CZ from this. A lot of these are Sims 4 to 2 conversions of wallpapers. I think that one that I'm using in the bathroom it's either Realm of Magic or Paranormal. I don't know which one. And so I made it more dark. I didn't do too much to the kitchen. I think I literally just changed the wallpaper and the counters, and that's it. It was quite annoying, I couldn't move the piano because that puddle stain was there, because the maids never do their job. The maids and the nannies never do their jobs. So I couldn't move it, but I will make it more scented once it is cleaned up. And yeah, I incorporated more of like a dark purple in the kitchen. So the Cassandra has a little bit of her personality in there, but for the most part it is just haunted by her mother, which I think is disturbing. But they're the Goths. When have they not had disturbing lore? I also incorporated more purple in Darling Cassandra's room. I changed the bed sheets to a purple, so it's like more of like it's a warm purple, so that you can fits with the reds. And it doesn't look as harsh as the rest of the house. When you first go and play in the Goth House, there's like a picture of what I assume is supposed to be Bella Goth, like in this bedroom, and it's very off-putting. Because is this Mortimer's old room? If it's Mortimer's old room, it makes sense. If it's the room that Cassandra lives in and was presumably going to have Don over and live with him in, then it's very off-putting because it's just watching them the whole time. I moved it upstairs in like the hallway that I made. Also, there's not like a lot of just like dark wood. It's either nice pale wood or black. not even black, just I think like not dark enough brown, and it was very hard for me to find like stairs and fences that fit. So this, I had to change all of the colours of all of the windows. It's like a more redwood. So on the, I guess, the side closest to the bottom of the screen is Cassandra's son and the nursery. I didn't really touch them much. The son is a kid, so very much still like influenced by, I think I just like changed it to the wood match because the wood never matches. He just needs like a desk and that's it. So I didn't change it much. I just changed the colours a little bit. I didn't touch the nursery at all. Yeah. And then this is that's the picture I was talking about, but it's like right under the chimney, and like you can see that the wood is just too bright. It's just too bright. But there was no like gothic railings unless I wanted to put like metal in there, and I was like, I don't think that would be like normal. Like you want like nice wooden handrails, you don't want metal fence. So I got like a slightly darker wood so that it blends with the stairs, because there was like no black stairs that like that were also like a gothic type of vibe. I worked with what I had. I think it came out okay. It looks darker than it was, even though they're not actually gothic railings. It's just wooden fences. My only gripe with The Sims 2, which is a very small one, is that with a family named Goth, you should have more gothic options. I get that it was the 2000s and it probably wasn't fashionable, but you know, they're called the Goths. Just a thought. And then this is Alexander's room. He is off at university at the moment, so I was like, I'm gonna switch it to be more of like a generic guest room if Don Lothario or Cassandra wanted to have guests stay at the house, but it would probably mostly be used for Alexander when he comes home. I imagine they would be the type of people to host Christmas because it's a really big house. So this is primarily Alexander's room, but also serves as like a generic guest bedroom. So it's more just like plain black. Anyone can sleep here. So here is where I was messing around with the floor tiles, and I was trying to make it. When I looked up how to do half tiles, I thought I would be able to do like a half tile, not a quarter tile, and I was trying to figure out how to make it a half tile, and it wasn't working. So I just gave up and moved the bed slightly over and called it a day. I also figured out how to turn the grid off, which I'm really happy about, because now I can just move things where I want instead of being like, because in The Sims you hold Alt and then you move it around, but there's a cheat for it, which I didn't know, and I've now used it. And then this is sadly, I spend I think most of the time on this roof. The Goth House roof is terrible. It just wasn't cooperating. So we'll see in a second what I do. I just decided to the middle section won't have a roof because I feel like it's my fault from when I renovated the last time. You can see the roof is kind of like not. It's like there's like a weird second roof in the middle of the big roof. And so I was like, oh, I'll have to fix that. And I just couldn't get it to sit. So the middle section doesn't have a roof now. But I think it turned out okay. And I'm pretty sure the top didn't have a roof originally either. So it has the the reflection of what it used to be, but it's slightly different. It's reimagined. And I wanted to put some red on the outside as well. really, really pushing in the red theme. And I like the shape of it. I think I improved the shape a little bit. But yeah, that roof was not cooperating. I do fear it might be because there is that bit in the middle on the top. That's the bit that I made for the bedroom the last time I was renovating it. So I fear that because that's in the middle, that's why it just won't cooperate with any roofs at all. And auto roofs wasn't working either. So I just struggled. But we think we work smarter, not harder. And I was just like, I give up. I'm gonna put a fence around it, call it a day. And I think it looks fine. It acts as like a little balcony, so they can, stargaze and stuff. Though I didn't put a telescope there because I figured they probably wouldn't want to. I mean, I can't remember putting a telescope there. Because of what happened to Bella, I don't think they would want the bad karma of like having it on the roof. But yeah, I guess because the roof would have been too big and engulfed the room, it wasn't letting me. But I think it looks fine. I do delete the chimney multiple times because I thought that was the issue. And I don't think I put it back. I can put it back eventually. Or I can build a new one, I guess, seeing as I'm not putting a roof there anymore. Yeah, it was kind of like I think that looks okay. It looks very Tudor, which is partly because of the white wall that I used. But one, I like Tudor houses. Two, I think that makes sense that they would pull from like historic architecture. I think it looks nice. I like that it looks old. I think it looks nice. It might not be the Goth House TM, but I like it. I'll probably decide to remodel it again at some point in the future because I do just really enjoy playing in this house and with the Goth family. I like to play rotationally, so they are definitely in my rotation. And I think that's about it. I didn't take many screenshots, so that's the end of the video. The next video will be uploaded on Friday. It's edited, I just need to record a voiceover for it. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.